stricter ownership rules for future HDB flats in prime locations. The pilot project in Rochor could liven up the neighbourhood. Well, for more on that, we are joined by Professor Sing Tien Foo. He is head of Department of Real Estate at NUS Business School, as well as the director of the Institute of Real Estate and Urban Studies at NUS. Professor Sing, having heard the measures, how effective do you think they will be in keeping flats under the new model affordable?
Right. For this prime location public housing, it's very challenging for the government and also HDB to balance between affordability and also to prevent speculative activity on this housing location type. So I think some of the measures like additional subsidy will help to make sure that housing in this location are affordable, and other rules like minimum occupation period of 10 years, restriction on the resale transaction and so on, is to actually prevent people to use this housing for speculative purposes. So I think these two have important, to balance between affordability and at the same time keeping this speculation activity away from this.
Professor, to claw back subsidies when these flats are sold, what are some of HDB's options, and what would be a fair amount or percentage? How would you even come up with that number?
Yeah, because of this this additional subsidy given upfront, I think the clawbacks basically to reduce some of this, the excessive gain by some owners when they sell the flat. I think the subsidy recovery, depending on the location, the land cost, I think the percentage may vary from location to location. I think this percentage will be a fair percentage to ensure that, because it's percentage of resale price, to ensure that some of this subsidy will be actually recovered from when the sellers sell the flat after the MOP of 10 years.
Now, we know that Rochor has been identified as the first of these prime areas where these flats will be built. Why Rochor?
Rochor actually located in central area. It's very prime location, accessibility to CBDs, and also located in the very proximity to all these cultural district and heritage districts. So it's a very prime location. I think this is a very good showcase of the prime location property. And we know that the Rainbow flat near the Rochor have been demolished. After the Rainbow flat have been demolished, this may be one of the few land parcel where supply of HDB in the prime location will be actually limited and will actually attract strong interest in this area.
There will be at least one prime location development launched per year, as we understand it. Where can we expect the next locations, and are there perhaps areas that we're not expecting?
When we talk about this prime location public housing, actually basically you focus on around central area and also the greater southern waterfront, and also cover some part of this mature estate around Queensway and Bukit Merah area. I think the next stage, our next project that may have already been planned, and depending on how fast the Keppel Club will be returned to the government, I think that will be another area that will likely to be the next location where the prime location public housing project will be launched.
All right, many thanks for your thoughts this evening, Professor Sing Tien Foo from NUS.